So this is a video describing this poem, helping you a little bit with this poem by William Carlos Williams. This is just to say. So let's read the poem. This is just to say, I have eaten the plums that were in the icebox, and which you probably saving for breakfast. Forgive me, they were delicious, so sweet and so cold. So this is very much in line with William Carlos Williams. There's a lack of capitalization, lines are cut off, the poem itself is very short. And I do want to point out that this between the stanzas, you should pause, almost as though to let things sink in. Even between the lines where one line ends and the next goes, there should be the even slightest beat. That means pause. So as we look through this poem, notice the title, This is Just to Say. It's not really an apology. It's an acknowledgement. And it's most likely a note left for the other person. So it's not even personalized. It's like, there you go. So it's just acknowledging this happened and it's over with. So what did happen? We look at the first stanza. I have eaten the plums that were in the icebox. So I want to point out something that's going along with this. Hey, it's over with. This is just to say, it's just to acknowledge it. Notice it's plums, not just one. So this person could have stopped. Maybe they were so tempted they ate the one and then they just kept going. Also, the fact that it's plums, it's not chocolate cake, it's not something else. You could also make a connection, a biblical connection or reference, allusion to forbidden fruit. Like I took it. There you go. What are you going to do about it? I want to come back also to this idea of ice box. I'm going to connect that later. Second stanza. Here's the acknowledgement that they knew the intention and ownership of those plums, and which you were probably saving for breakfast. So this person is like, they understood the ownership. They understood the purpose of those plums, that they were being saved. It did not matter, though. Their own pleasure, their own enjoyment was the most important thing. Third and final stanza. Forgive me. Now, here's the first time they give like an instruction of what they want. Notice this person is not sorry for what he or she did. Let's just say he, because the poet is he. This person is not sorry for what he did and is not apologizing for it. So there's a difference. Sorry means you feel some emotion for something else. So for example, maybe you heard somebody say, I'm sorry that happened. Or even, I'm sorry you feel that way. But this is not sorry for it, and they're not apologizing. Apologizing goes a degree deeper where it says, I apologize. I did that and I caused you to feel that way. This poem, this is just to say, is just kind of like, yeah, I did it. What about it? Now, here's where it gets worse in this stanza. Forgive me, they were delicious, so sweet, and so cold. So this person goes on to say, you know what? What I took from you, it was so good. I enjoyed it. They were delicious and sweet, and I took it and oh well. I want to get back to this word cold and icebox. Isn't what this person did, their characterization, their sentiment, it's pretty cold-hearted, isn't it? It lacks in empathy and acknowledgement of another person entirely and completely. So that is the characterization of this speaker of this poem. Now, there's a saying that says, faithful in little, faithful in much. Well, if we apply this to this, if this person steals the plums from this other person, doesn't feel sorry for it, never apologizes, and just says, I really enjoyed it. Do you think they're going to do that on a larger scale? Of course they will. At least they could.